Test 1 2, test 1 2 2 2. And we are live. Let me go ahead and pull up my stream manager on my phone here. Get the chat section up. Set you off to the side. Gonna have to bear with me. Still getting over some sort of hacking fit. But for those new here, I run a secondary channel, which I still need to link all this stuff in my description. But I run a secondary channel called Roll for Woodworking. Or actually, it's called Eagle Ridge Design, but my main series on there is a randomization series where I let dice randomly decide what my wood projects will turn out to be. So, our latest project was decided to be a bit of an Easter egg. Literally, and we're turning an egg. And out of all the designs, or all the wood choices, it decided we're going to do glued together particle board. So I need to find, there's this. Now, do I have enough room to put this in here and clamp it down safely? That is the real question. If I can clamp this down safely as is, and I don't need to remove the chuck, that would be tremendously helpful. It feels like it's seated in there good. Okay. Definitely did not prepare all this ahead of time like I should have. But after a long day at work, just kind of want to come home, relax a bit until the wife goes to work. Then it's like, oh crap, I need to do this. So then it's full guns a-blazing, go, go, go. So that should seat. Luckily, this one's already got a indention from where I've turned it previously. If I go there, I probably should have found center on this end first before I did all that. Yeah, let's do that before I get ahead of myself. The fun part of finding complete center on a circle, you just move this thing around until you get enough lines that kind of run through the same spot or close to the same spot. So roughly somewhere about where all those lines converge. I don't know how well that shows up on the camera, but that's roughly where our center needs to be. So I'll take my center hole punch here, find roughly where I need to go, give her a few taps. Okay, now we should be good. Get that line up there, lock her down, give her some pressure, just enough to where that thing's not going to move easily. All right. Get this out of the way. And I just realized I did not start my regular camera recording that, so I'll have to do some editing magic whenever I go to make this video and use the live stream footage instead. So let me set up this camera real quick to get it where I want it. Which, depending on how well this camera picks up, you'll actually be able to see the live stream in the footage here. Because I can just barely see the camera pointed over here. Now, before I get started, I want to do one more check on my sound. It looks like my microphone's doing good. Let me tweak down the music just slightly. Right about there. Everything on Twitch is good. And one more check. We're doing a 3-inch egg design. So, do I have a black permanent marker in here that's easy for me to grab? I don't have to go searching for it. Nope, there's one. This will come in handy for when we get to our rough size. Now, just for shiggles, I want to measure the diameter here. So our diameter sits roughly a little over 4 1/4. I think this end's probably closer to 4 1/2. It is. The total lengthwise, we're looking a hair under 7 3/4. So we'll definitely have to shave down our thickness here. Then we'll have to decide where we're going to put our egg. Whether we go ahead and keep it up here or kind of middle it and take off the ends. I think to keep most of this intact, I'm going to try to stick to this end. And I'm half debating on keeping us chucked up in the spur drive or turning a 10 in here. So the 10 in will allow us to grab this and make the egg better. So I'll probably the first thing I do is make that 10 in. So where did I throw my safety glasses at? Oh, they're down here. Safety third. Wow, those are dirty. I think someone come in here and clean these for me. There we go. Now we're ready. Excuse me. I think just a little bit more of a pass there gives enough to bite onto. So that should give us enough for our chuck to grab onto. Excuse me. I need to go blow my nose real quick. Maybe grab some more paper towels for in the shop. Yeah, that's the bad part about working with particle board. Really fine chips get everywhere. And trying to breathe steadily through your nose while having it clogged is not ideal. So, let's go ahead and take this off this spur drive, which I'll have to back this off. Okay. I'll go ahead and open up our jaws a little bit more. Nope, wrong way. Come on. There we go. Go ahead and bring our tailstock up here. That way we get a nice good seat. Crank her down. Don't want this thing flying off and hitting camera. Make great content, but I'd put an end to the live streams for a little while. Okay. Go ahead and lock this back in. Give it just a little more crank. Excuse me. Okay. That's all taken care of. Now, I want to go with my spin or go with my big gouge here. Try to get some shape off this thing quicker. Hopefully not too quick, because that's the last thing I want is make big old gouge in this. Woo! That's what I was talking about, getting a little too aggressive. Get one of these big chunks fly off at you. Makes for a very bad day real quick. Alright. Let's go the carbide bit on the ends here. Turn my speed down just a hair. Try to rough out these ends a bit. Damn. I will say working with this glue up material has got me a little gun shy. One wrong catch, one wrong deal, and big old chunk could go flying anywhere. Come here, you. Let's try this rough and gouge, maybe. I don't like how that thing's wobbling. That's what I figured. Came loose on me a little bit. Gotta check that every so often, otherwise things could get a little hairy. I don't know why it does that. I'm not quite familiar enough with these type of chucks, so I just kind of have to feel the wood and hope that I get the right feeling. All right, how close am I to my 3-inch mark actually? Before I go too far forward here, not too far bad actually. So where that groove is about 3.5. Like I said, play with the top here, get it smoothed off where it's got that hole in it. Like that should give us plenty. My glasses are backed up, covered in schmutz. Okay. I don't know if that's making any audible noise, but I can hear it. The shavings tank off the headset and microphone. I don't know if it's making any noise on stream or not. Yeah. How's that looking so far? Oh, we got a few voids coming in. Hopefully, I don't know if I was able to mute that time. That's a big old sneeze. But yeah, we got a few voids coming in, which with this particle board material, it's bound to happen. So when I get closer to my final shape, I have to go through and just be a little more gentle with it. What's my width looking at the base here? About 3.5. Excuse me. So if I try to stick with a 3 inches this way, and I'd say at max 2.5 this way, probably the right dimensions for an egg. Let me. Do I have one of those handy? Let me go see if one of them's handy in the office. Oh, I got this one right here. I think it's a 2-inch egg, maybe. Maybe closer to 1 inch. Spicy boy. Cat's looking at me like, what are you doing? So, here's the, what was this? 2-inch? Yeah, this is a 2-inch egg. So at max, it is 1.5 inches wide. So, yeah, that 2.5 inches wide on this one would probably be the butter zone. Or close to the butter zone. Put this somewhere the cat won't mess with it. So we're on the right track. Just gotta slowly keep whittling it down. Sanding this thing's gonna be a nightmare, by the way. I may have to do a like a glue and filler on some of these crevices. Let it sit for a day, then come back and sand it. That'll probably end up being what I have to do for it. We still, well, we're getting loose here. Let's go ahead and tighten her down. I'm not sure why it gets loose for some reason. Could be the friction, the vibration causing that. I don't know. What are you doing, Sugar and Spice? You're off camera. I'd show everybody. Like I said, the wood shop doesn't get opened up that often. When you do, you guys come in here and start sniffing around like you're going to use the litter box. Stay out of my sawdust pile. Are you starting to get the shape now? getting a little closer into focus. Ow. You ever sneeze so bad it hurts? You like crack your back? Woo. Ah. Okay. Stop that for a second. Turn this microphone off so I can blow my nose. Guess some sawdust in my mouth that go around. Excuse me. So yeah, we're getting pretty close to the final shape. So where are we sitting at here? I'd say closer to 2 3/4. So I think so do a little more shaping, then we can take the tailstock off, round off our end here. And the fun part is getting this end shaped how we want it without catching it or damaging this other chunk. So I don't know how well it shows up. This little end piece right here looks dangerously close to flying off. Wish me luck. Hmm. Hmm. Where is Okay. Make sure that's in there still tight. Going to tighten her down just to be safe. This next part could get sketchy. Take that away. Take this off. This one right here should work. So that will allow us to turn this corner easier. He said, hopefully. I have to do some finagling on my bench top here. Right about there, maybe a little lower. Right there. Okay. Tighten that down. Yeah, that piece I told you I thought would fly off, it ended up flying off at me. I felt it hit me. Luckily, it's not too bad of a bump there with some sanding that should smooth out decently. I got a message from the wife. Gas has jumped up to $3. Great. I knew I should have filled up my car this weekend. Oh well, live and let live. So I'm going to turn my speed down just a bit to start this process. And then just slowly turn into the peak here. Now about flat. This is. Now just work backwards down to the base. Move my rest a little bit without getting too close to the turning. This particle board sawdust likes getting everywhere on my glasses. Let's go with this parting tool a little bit. Maybe that. That didn't do what I wanted it to do. Let's try this little bitty gouge. Where did my parting knife go? There it is. Gotta get like right up on the edge of this thing. And turn that down. All right, leave it about an inch and a half or so hanging. And we can slowly shape the bottom a little bit more. I need my scraper. Just about where I want it. I'll come in here with this pointed carbide tip, just kind of touch that bottom a little bit. There we go. Now, besides a little bit of rough edges, that's pretty much fully where we need it to be. Now, the bottom part here is going to be tricky, no matter what I end up doing, whether I finish parting it or cut it. But we can basically get rid of our tool rest now. And our final dimensions, sitting at just shy of 3¼ that way. I'd say closer to 2¾ that way. So as long as sanding doesn't take off too much, we'll be well within the 3-inch ballpark. Speaking of sanding, what do I have over here? That's 100 grit. That's 100 grit. That's 100 grit. That's 40 grit. That's a little excessive. Excuse me. That's 80 grit. That's probably what I need to start with. Do I have any 60 close? I said 60 might be overkill, but it may not. That's another 80. I think 80 is probably where we're going to end up going with. Yeah. Let's go with 80, 80, 100, 125, 120, 150. Yee! Damn. Let's I don't know how well this is gonna work with my headset. Take the headset off for a minute. Put this mask on. So you might not be able to hear me as well, but stops me from breathing in this dust. I'll take it. Last thing I need is more irritation in my freaking lungs. How's that look? There's still some deep gouges, so I'll most likely have to do a glue trick to get those filled. But let's hit it with 100 and see what happens. We can always go back through the grits. Wow, that gets hot. How's that look? Not terrible, really. I mean, it's got some cracks in it, or some holes in it, which if I go ahead and get this mask off my face, so if I go ahead and get some glue and some of this finer sawdust, I can make a paste that fill those in, and let that dry overnight. Come back tomorrow and finish sanding it. Then it's a matter of putting finish on it and recording the rest of the video and publishing it Friday. Where is... Well, there's a bowl. I'll use that. Paper bowl. I need to go back to the store and get some more popsicle sticks. Those work wonders with for mixing. Although I do have some of these little thin cherry strips from a previous project. So need that, need that. And give me some glue here. Hopefully this hasn't dried up. I won't need a lot with just how many holes there are. Ew, it's tried to dry up. I think I need a better bottle. I think there's a seal issue on this one. So I don't need much, I just need a little glob. Let's see how few holes there are in this one. It don't need to be a lot. Just make some of our own DIY wood filler. And luckily, since we're turning the product as we're fixing the glue up, we have plenty of sawdust of the same color and variety. I don't know how many times I've started turning a project, get most of the way done before I realize I need to fill something, sweep up all the sawdust, or worse, say my youngest is bad about wanting to come in here and clean up my shop for me. Bless her heart, she's a sweetheart, but it's like, you gotta save me some of that stuff, girlie. Because like I said, having the right wood color fill makes a world of difference. There's that spot filled. Spicy boy, you want to say hi to stream? Come here. Nope, you ran away. Like, you torture me enough when you're playing video games. You ain't doing it here, too. So you're the one that comes in there and messes with me. I don't know what you're talking about. There's that hole filled. I mean, there's a few little bitty micro holes that I said a few more passes with the progressing through the grits would get rid of those, but we're already here with the filler, so might as well try to get as much as we can. Ah, yeah, I probably should have taken the day off and chugged some more medicine, taken a nap. I can feel my voice get more hoarse. But we power through around here, get it done while we can. And that looks to be all the main holes filled. So we will let that sit overnight, let it harden up, cure, and hopefully by tomorrow evening I can come back in here, sand it down smooth. And it's a matter of picking what finish we're going to put on it. Oh, I need to blow my nose again. Give me a second. Okay, that's much better. I can breathe. So yeah, that's what she's got for tonight. So a little bit of a shorter stream. I'm getting ready to go into the office and rearrange it completely. Finish setting up a new computer desk that I bought, and then the most important part: set up my new gaming PC, gaming and editing PC, I should say. So hopefully, in the upcoming days, we will live stream some games from it, along with hopefully improving my video production a little bit more, because my laptop's been slowly wanting to freeze up on me a bit. But I hope you guys enjoy this quick little turning session. I don't have my stuff linked for my woodworking stuff. Let me punch that into chat real quick. So you punch Eagle Ridge Design into Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. You'll more than likely find me. Like I said, we're on episode 31 of Rules for Woodworking, so there's a backlog of videos to go through if you want. But other than that, that's all I got for tonight. So we're just shy of an hour, but I wasn't planning on doing this for very long. Like I said, stay tuned. Like I said, the rest of this video will come out Friday. And should be back tomorrow night with some gaming live streams, so stay tuned to that. If you're new here, hit that follow button, helps us out a lot. Down below in the description are links to my Twitter, my gaming Twitter, my gaming YouTube, and a joint Discord with me and the wife. Like I said, if you want any updates or information, those three spots will be all the gaming news. And anywhere else for the woodworking stuff is Eagle Ridge Design. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and I will see you next time. Bye.